Eastern Illinois first-year head coach Hui Voss. Coach, first year at Eastern Illinois, getting ready to start this upcoming season. Just what are your general thoughts about the program heading into 2025?
Yes, we are very excited. Obviously, a new adventure always brings a lot of excitement, and uh, we're just looking forward to building a new culture and to making things happen. EIU has been very good to me so far. Everybody has shown a great deal of support to the soccer program. So it's also my first year in Division One. So I'm very excited to step into this new field and hopefully it goes well.
You're obviously very successful at the JUCO ranks. Talk about just that move from that to Division One, and now I've heard from other coaches who came from that level, and you're used to kind of recruiting players every 2 years, and that's something now with the transfer portal and things that happen. But what's that transition been like? And when you thought I'm taking this Division One job, just all the things that kind of go into that.
Yes, obviously with the Division One, the stakes are higher, and it's a higher level of competition with uh, fitter athletes. Bigger, stronger, faster, and but I think off the field and with the transfer portal situation right now, it looks like a JUCO to be honest, because you have a big turnover every year. So we are bringing in 25 new players right now, and honestly feels like it's a JUCO world because you every year with a big turnover, you have to teach new things to new players. You need that little time for them to adjust, to adapt to a new reality. And uh, I think the junior college world prepared me very well because you wear many hats at the JUCO world, and when you come to the Division One, you are prepared in terms of you have a thicker skin. And but obviously, every transition is difficult. The uncertainty, the uncertain is difficult always. But with that, it brings a lot of excitement. So I'm looking forward to being here. To starting the OVC and start a different competition.
What you got the job in February. So what are the biggest priorities then? You get on campus, you looking at the roster, whatever. What are your biggest priorities from February until August?
That is to build a foundation, and for the players that stay here, the big priority for me is to show them the culture that we're going to have, to because we can talk about the field part, what kind of game we're going to play, but that doesn't matter if the culture is not there. So for me, the biggest thing was to tell the players first the support that the school has for the program, which is very important and it's very good. Second, that we are going to have a certain set of values and a big mission, so that we can stand on this mission, we can stand on this culture, and be more prepared to perform on the field. So my biggest priority first was culture, and then recruiting the right players that will be able to advance this culture and to champion our values.
So people are watching EIU this season. What are they going to see from your system? What and with the players you put together, what can they expect on the field?
They're going to see a lot of intensity. I myself, I'm a passionate guy, I'm a passionate coach. So for me, the most important thing is to play simple and intense. Uh, I'm a player, I'm a coach that I like the style that's with ball possession, but for me, I don't get stuck so much in this kind of game models. I think for me that when you're playing at the Division One level, you have got to be intense. You have got to be locked in because you're going to play against players that are the ones closer to the next level. So and we need to be closer to the next level as well. And for that to happen, you have got to be locked in. You have got to be intense. But we're going to try to play also a beautiful type of soccer. In my view, try to play a little bit more and be a little bit more positional. But for me, whenever they look at EIU, they have to look intensity, passion, and concentration. For me, those are important things that you see on the field.
Now, we haven't played a regular season game, right? You're still in the preseason. What do you think so far? What do you think a strength of this team may be then, kind of playing off what you just said?
I think the players are very open, and I always try to recruit players that are open-minded. They're humble, and I think so far I'm very pleased with this group that I have. The guys, they are curious, they want to learn more, they ask questions, and I tell them no question is stupid question. Just ask, try to interpret, try to understand, and the players have been very open to a new type of game that they've been used to playing. Because we have players coming from high school, we have players coming from junior college, Division two, NAIA, other D1s. So we have players that have been all over, and we are all trying to put them together into a new system. But they have been very humble and very nice. So I'm very grateful for that.
Are there, I know we did a player to watch list that can't, that's going to come out. Like, can you talk about maybe some of the players that just the general fans should be watching for from your team this year?
Yes, obviously, Yuki Nakamura, he played for me 2 years in junior college. He's a guy that I think he's one of the best players that I've coached, and he understands me as a person and as a player. So I don't even need to coach him on the field. He's a coach on the field. I also recruited a few guys that I play against in the Juco Roro in the national tournament. Shuntaro Endo, he's a transfer from UTRGV. Suneyuki Yamagata, but we also have some freshmen coming in that I'm very excited. Some guys that came from good clubs, Scott Gallagher, St. Louis City. Connor Bailey's is a freshman that I think he has that presence, he has that tenacity. Landon Cassidy as well, very physical guy, and very humble and ready to compete. But we have many, also Manuel Cordero, who was also a big rival of mine in junior college, tremendous player, and I'm very fortunate to be coaching them right now. So again, I really want to emphasize that the humility and the hard work that these guys are bringing in right off the bat.
Do you like the depth of your team right now?
I actually do. We were working some stuff yesterday, and the best thing for the coach is to have a bad headache whenever you have to pick the right players, not only for the first team, but for the players that are going to be in a second group playing some decent minutes. And you see that you're playing one guy and the other guy that is equally capable, because of the system that you're playing, he's not going to get some minutes as he deserves. But that's the unfairness and inequality that you see in soccer, unfortunately. But the depth, I think we have a team that's going to be solid and good enough to put on a good level of competition.
So you're learning about EIU, learning about the OVC. The OVC is only 2 years old in men's soccer anyway. What so far have you thought by just looking at paper, the teams you're going to play, and what do you expect when we get to that conference portion of the season and playing some of those teams in the matchups?
Yes. So the good thing about being successful at the junior college world is that you get to know many coaches at the Division One level. So many of the coaches in the OVC I already knew them because we got to connect in the showcases and the national tournament. But I know that the level of OVC is growing every single year. Better players coming in, very good coaches. I know it's a very physical league. It's a league that you don't have any easy games. You can play the first on the table with the last on the table. It's always difficult. So I expect a big competition, very entertaining games because the more physical, the more challenging, the more you have to bring out from a player's perspective. So I'm very excited. I just can't wait for us to start. Unfortunately, we still have a month and a half, you know, but I'm just looking forward to be on the field with those guys and to compete against very good teams and very good coaches.
Well, let's end with this question and just about your non-conference. And you got some big names, and you got a lot of road games to kind of start the regular season of the portions or the schedule. Just talk about like sort of what went into that, and then what do you think your team's going to learn before they play that first conference game on September 27th?
Yes, it was very difficult to schedule home games. We were not able to schedule any home games. Fortunately, we're going to play exhibition games at home. Today we play against Evansville, which is a very good side as well. Uh, but we were kind of strategic to get a schedule that's going to really demand from us in different areas. Playing different regions and also playing against teams that are going to demand from us in different areas of the field, teams that play high press, teams that drop a little bit deeper. So we're going to play against teams that are going to challenge us. The first few games, we're going to play Northwestern and UIC. So throwing the guys with Lions there. But I think that's how you develop thick skin. The non-conference is important for us to build that confidence, build character, and understand that if you wanna go far, if you want to succeed, you really have to play against tough opponents and opponents that are gonna get the best from you. So yes, we play Northwestern, UIC, Purdue, Fort Wayne, NIU, Milwaukee, and Central Arkansas. So those are gonna be very good opponents for us to learn more about ourselves. So that's our goal.
Well, Coach, appreciate your time this morning and just best of luck to your team all season long.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.